Students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I am broadcasting to you from Central Europe. I hope everybody is doing great. Today in this class we're looking at IELTS speaking part 2, the cue card, the long part. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. All right. Again, as usual, our strategies materials, you can find them on our websites, AE Help. That's academicenglishhelp.com for the academic version of the test. Hi, Mariko. And GIELTS help.com for the general version of the test. Also, this is a speaking lesson, so make sure to speak in English. Copy what I say, say new words that you hear, repeat me nice and loud. So repeat, repeat, repeat. All right. If you're looking for our books, our exam books, you can find them on Amazon. Search for AE Helps Academic IELTS or GE Helps General IELTS. If you have questions about the exam or about our products, services, send me an email, Adrian, ADRIAN, at aehelp.com, and I will gladly answer your inquiry. So today, speaking part 2, we have classes tomorrow as well. 13:30 to 14:30 will be a members chat class for a practice listening section. And then 15 to 16 o'clock Central European time will be speaking part 3 where everybody can chat. Jessica, you can become a member of our YouTube channel by clicking the join button beside the subscribe button. To become a member of our websites, just go to the website and click the big red button. I'll show you what that looks like. So this is our academic website here, aehelp.com. You can click that big red button to join up on our website. And this is our general website. You can click that big red button to join our premium courses there. Okay. All right. So let's hop back to the question here. I'm just going to adjust it slightly so you can see the entire question in one eye shot. Here we go. There you are. Now you can see it all. So this is a part 2 cue card type question. The speaking section of the exam, it's done separately from the listening, reading, writing. Okay, listening, reading, writing, it's together. Takes about 3 hours. Speaking takes about 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute interview, usually with a native English speaker. They may or may not be British. They could be from another English-speaking country. Okay. It has 3 parts. So the instructor or the examiner basically has 3 parts to the speaking interview. Part 1 is some general questions about your hobbies, what you like to eat, something simple of that nature just to make you feel comfortable. And then part 2 tends to be the more tricky or challenging part for many students. Part 2, you get a card. Okay, on that card, you have about 4 questions on one topic, and you have to speak for 2 minutes to answer those questions, specifically those questions. Not something close, not something similar, but exactly what those questions are asking you. Okay, that's what you have to target. Hi, everyone who's joining. Thank you for all those hellos. I am looking at them. So, Jessica, thank you for becoming a member. Now, remember, becoming members of our YouTube channel and our websites, 2 different things. So, keep that in mind, Jessica. All right, if you're confused about that, Jessica, just send me an email. All right? Okay. Here we go. You're sitting in the exam. About 5 minutes has passed. Okay, you're finished part 1. Now the examiner says, okay, that is the end of part 1. Now we will continue with part 2. For part 2, here's a card with some questions on it. Please don't turn it over. Here's some note paper. Here's a pencil. You will have 1 minute to look at the questions on the card. You may take notes if you wish. I will tell you when to start and when to stop. Are you ready? Sure. Okay, then your 1 minute preparation time begins now. So, you turn over the card and you see some questions, and this is what you see. So, talk about a place you avoid going to. Where is this place? What happens there? Who goes there? Why do you avoid this place? You will have 1 to 2 minutes to talk about this topic. So, your first step is to realize that here you're talking about a location. Okay, so step number 1, you're talking about a location. All right, in the exam, in the IELTS exam, part 2 will either be a person, place, object, event, or an idea. And you need to practice talking about each of these 5 categories at home equally. Okay, the exam loves switching these up. So one day it's a place, the next day it's or the next week it's a person, the third week it's an object. It's basically impossible to guess which one it will be. It's roughly equal, the number of times that they choose one or the other. If I had to say, I would say people are maybe more popular than the other 4, but they're very close. So it's like 20% of the exams are person, 20% are place, 20% are object, and so on, okay? So be sure to practice all of these different topics, okay? So here we're talking about a place. When you talk about a place, so you're describing your house, your workplace, your school, the park near your home. What do you need to remember to include? So what should you always include when talking about a place? Okay. Hi, Preeti. Hi, Baljit. Good to see some of our members. So Kyber says you should always include the appearance of the place. Yeah, definitely. So what it looks like. Yeah, you should describe what that place looks like. Bagzod, good, yeah. You should describe where it is. That's part of its appearance, so location, sure. You should describe who goes there. I believe I saw Kyber or Bagzod also say the history of the place, yeah. So what do we know about it? What was it used for before? What is it used for now? What might it be used for in the future? Okay, so that is also good to include. So the appearance, the location, who goes there, the history. What else? What else might you include? The function, yeah. What happens there? Absolutely. Okay, so what happens there? Yeah, what can you do there? Okay, recreation center near my home. People take yoga classes, go swimming. Thanks for joining, Amrit. Welcome to our membership. Remember to send me an email, Amrit, so I can hook you up with our perks like our 6 original practice exams. Okay, so send me that email, Amrit. If you're not sure what that is, it's always at the beginning of videos. All right, so as long as you include these points, you're not going to do terribly, okay? Now, you do have to focus on the controlling idea. So it's a place that you avoid going to. And in your 1 minute preparation time, what should you do next? So, okay, step number 1, I realize it's a place. I immediately remember I should talk about its appearance, its location, who goes there, its history, its function. What should I do next? Okay, Kyber says choose an easy one, but what do you mean, Kyber, choose an easy one? Baljit says I avoid visiting some of my relatives. You might say that, Baljit, so I avoid not your relatives because it's people that you avoid, but the place, Baljit. So you avoid going to your uncle's house or something like that, okay? Okay, so you're giving me some answers, but you need to first tell me the answer, which is step 2, which is think of top choices. 9 from 10 people. Okay, now I've already got a few. We have casino. We have bar. Okay. Shilin Wang says dangerous river. Yeah, so in nature, it could be something. Yeah, so library, maybe. Yeah. Mountain, river, right? So it could be something in nature that's dangerous where you don't like to go. It could be a restaurant, Mariko. That's right. There could be a restaurant that you avoid because the restaurant serves bad food or somebody got food poisoning at the restaurant. So restaurant is a good one as well. Okay, good. Maisa says the toilet. I don't know if that's a good place to avoid, Maisa. It could end up being trouble. Kyber says barbershop. You'd have to explain that. Somebody said X's house. It's possible. All right, so that's kind of what Baljit was saying with certain relatives. Just remember, ladies and gents, you're talking about a place that you avoid, not a person. That would be a very different question, talking about a person. If you answered this by saying, I avoid my ex's house because I don't like my ex was a terrible person, etc., you'll get a low band score because now you're talking about avoiding your ex. And just because you said at the beginning you avoid their house is not going to be a good answer for this, okay? So be very, very, very careful. It could be an expensive store, Amarjeet, as well. Okay, we have a great list here, okay? Some great thinking there, students. What do you think from all of these would be a very good choice? So what would be one that not many students talk about, or not everybody talks about anyway, and it's a good one to describe in detail? Which one do you think is a top level choice here? Okay, let's see. I think Amardeep says casino, and I'd have to agree with Amardeep. Amrit, so I'm going to allow that one, Amrit. So Amrit says a sex club, and that's an interesting choice. I would avoid that, Amrit, because you can get into a really awkward situation. And even though it might be a good answer for this one, you want to avoid an awkward situation because it's going to be difficult for speaking, right? So I wouldn't choose that. I would say casino. Bar, I wouldn't choose. I wouldn't choose bar because I think a lot of students might talk about that. I don't drink alcohol. I don't want to go to the bar. And I think every second IELTS candidate might choose bar for this one. So I would avoid bar. I would probably choose casino. Okay. Okay, great. So let's talk about this really quickly. Okay, so now when I'm planning my answers, so in the 1 minute, okay, 1 minute preparation time, you have to be fast, okay? You looked at the card, you realized it's a place, you know you have to talk about these points, you think about these. Okay, here we have a lot of us, so we maybe only get 2 or 3. We think of casino, we have casino. Now we start to really quickly go through these points. 1 minute notes, you only can write 1 or 2 words. Appearance. What does a casino look like? What's the appearance? Okay. Kinjal, a casino is where people gamble, right? Gamble. They use money to try to win money. So what does a casino look like? Okay, the appearance. You have to remember, you need to be able to describe it. Okay, it's a large room. Sure. Okay, so Farhan, careful not to confuse what it looks like with who goes there. Fancy waiters and waitresses is not really the appearance, but flashy lights is. Full of lights, flashy, yes, colorful, Very good. Colorful. Alinda. Sheena. Yeah, you don't have to overcomplicate. Colorful. Flashing lights. Okay. No windows, no natural light. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Lots of machines, right? So lots of gaming machines. That's part of its appearance. All right, good. Now remember, you only have 1 minute, so you don't have tons of time to write down notes. So location, where is it? Where is so if you're making this up, where is the casino located? Where would we find it? Carpet on the floors. Yeah, exactly. That's a good one as well. Sorry, that's one of our new members. I believe from maybe Taiwan, China. Can you please give me your name one more time? I'll try to remember it. You wrote carpet on the floor. Yeah. So where is it located? Macau, sure. So it could be somewhere not in your city. Absolutely. I know Macau has a big casino. You could say Las Vegas, right? It's maybe the most famous casino city in the world. Or it could be the city center. Absolutely. Mariko got Las Vegas, so city center. Sure. 5 minutes from my house. Could be another one. All right, so that's the location. Who goes there? That would be one you definitely want to think about in your notes really quickly. So who goes to the casino? Maisa, internet, I wouldn't choose. So not virtual casino. This has to be a physical place. Okay. It's not gamers, Kyber. We don't call them gamers. Mariko says me. Mariko, this is especially a place that you avoid going to. Locals, foreigners, sure. Okay. Try to, yeah, so there we go. Rich people, gamblers. This is where you want your vocabulary to shine. Gamblers. Wealthy people, sure. Gangsters, very good, Pinky. Yeah. Who else? Let's see if we see it. Drunkers, that's right, Amardeep. That's what I was looking for. So drunks, yeah, people who are drunks love to go to casinos. Definitely, okay? So now you have some good ideas to answer that part 2 question, right? Okay. So we have who goes there. We have the history coming up, right? So history, keep it simple, built last year. I want to move along here. Okay, function. Okay, to entertain, to win money, to lose money, to waste time. Right? Those are all functions of the casino. All right, fantastic. So we have some good notes, okay? So in the 1 minute preparation time, you should be able to get about that many notes on your paper. If you're practicing correctly at home, you identify what type of question it is, place, person, object, and so on, and you pick out a good choice that you don't think everybody is choosing, and then you think critically, you write down these words, maybe 1 or 2 words less. You should be able to do this in your 1 minute preparation time, okay? So that's what you're aiming for before you go to your speaking test, okay? You should have about 2-3 points for each of the areas that describes a place. Now, what should I do next? What's my next step before I give the answer? I have one more step to go here. What do I do? Fights can happen at casinos as well, right? Okay. Maisa, to have fun, to entertain, that's the same. Very good. So Begzod and Tina are on the same page. They both agree that the next step is have that first sentence ready. It's so important, students. Step number 3. So important to have that first sentence. You should maybe even write it down. Okay. Why should I have that first sentence ready? Because I must make sure that I'm answering the question directly right away. I'm not going off topic. I'm not painting a beautiful picture. I'm not using catchphrases like, there are many places that I avoid going to, but one of the places where I avoid going to the most is, well, just tell me the place you avoid going to. Just one, not the many, okay? So get that sentence ready to go. So get your first sentence ready. What would be a good first sentence here? Amrit, Begzad, Mariko, members, help us out. Students watching, what would be a good sentence for this one? Tina says, the place I always avoid going to is the casino next to my house. Right, Tina? That would be a great start. Jyoti, that's a good question, but it's off topic, so send me an email on it, and I'll answer you. Okay. Preeti says, casino is the place where gamblers win and lose their money. That's not your first sentence, Preeti. That's like your fourth sentence, okay? Your first sentence has to answer the question, the part 2 question. Students, your first sentence that you say as soon as the examiner begins with your 1 minute preparation time is up, please begin speaking, okay? Your first sentence has to answer this question. Talk about a place you avoid going to, okay? And you should try to paraphrase it. Kyber, don't even use I'm going to talk about. I know you're going to talk about it. That's what I just asked you to do. So you don't have to tell me. Don't even waste time with that. So just right away, get right into it. The place which I always avoid is Bilal Shopping Store, which is, okay? So start with that, okay? But we're focusing on the casino here. Yeah, Begzod says, a place that I always stay away from is the casino. Very good, Begzod. Stay away is a nice phrasal verb to mean avoid. Okay, a place I always stay far, you can even emphasize it, far, far away from is the casino which opened near my home just last year. Okay? Boom. So you have that sentence ready, and you're ready to go. All right? By starting with this sentence, the examiner will know right away that you are accurately and specifically answering that part 2 question. Okay? Mariko, the question is a place you avoid, you do not go to. So even if you love the casino, Mariko, you, in this case, use it in the negative. So say it as a place I don't like to visit. Okay, Mariko? It's not bad. So you gave me a good piece of information here, Mariko, because it helps me to explain to students that you don't have to say the truth in the IELTS. Now, Mariko, maybe you like gambling. Maybe you like the excitement of the casino. I do. Sometimes I like it. I've been to Las Vegas. But on the IELTS exam, I can use this in the opposite to explain a place I don't like to go to. Another example would be like the gym. Okay, I love going to the gym. I love exercising. But for the IELTS exam, because I can speak a lot about the gym, I can use it in the negative for this question. So I can say a place I never go to is the gym near my house. I love being lazy and just sitting on my couch eating chips all day. I don't like the gym because it's full of sweaty, stinky men. Okay, so something like that, right? All right. So we have our first question ready. That was a good tip. I hope everybody picked that up. Okay, you can use what you do in the negative, so you can turn it around. All right, You can also do it the opposite way. It's just usually not as useful. All right. Okay. So here we go. A place I always stay far, far away from is the casino which opened near my home just last year. There is my first sentence. What should come next? What comes after? Okay, how can I continue? Let me bring our notes back. Okay, so here's the notes, or here are the notes. What kind of a sentence? Give me some sentences that I can use to follow. So Kyber says maybe talk about the appearance a little bit, what it looks like. Sure, absolutely, Kyber. One or two quick sentences to give the listener a picture in their mind about what the casino looks like can be a good idea. Absolutely. Okay. So Amar Deep says it is a beautifully decorated building. Sure. So I'll start with that. So I'm just going to use the different pieces of information that I see, which is good. Okay. So it is a beautifully decorated building. Let's see. So Pachu says the feature of this casino is lots of gamblers and wealthy people, but that's who goes there, Pachu, not what it looks like. So make sure you have clear separation with your ideas. Asha George says, I hate the casino as it is not suited for me, and that's fine, Asha, but you have to tell me clearly about it. So why do you hate it? Why is it not suited for you? Get into it. Okay. Jyoti says there are a number of places where I usually avoid to go, such as expensive. Okay, Jyoti, Gurm, that's not what you want to do. You do not want to talk about the many places you avoid. I just want to know about one. And you don't have to tell me you want to talk about it. Just talk about it. Okay. Stanley says there are many gambling machines. Yeah, so there are many. Okay, it is beautifully decorated and full of gaming machines like poker and roulette tables. I think it's with an O. Yep, the roulette tables, as well as dozens of loud slot machines. Now, of course, this is where vocabulary comes in. So it's good to know these words like poker tables, roulette tables, slot machines. But if you don't know those words, it's not the end of the world. You can still get a very good band score. Just say gambling machines or gaming machines, okay? That's totally fine. They don't expect you to use all these words, okay? All right. So Kamal Nupain says it has outstanding lighting with a colorful big garden and tight security. Okay, Anil, snacks and drinks are completely free there. Might be too much detail. Okay, bright chrome. Farhan says that there are bright chrome plated machines. Sure. All right, don't spend too much time with the appearance. So this is absolute maximum. Get into the rest of the question, okay? So here we go. A place I always stay far, far away from. Again, students, remember to repeat, okay? I'm not just reading this for you. I'd like you to repeat me as I'm saying this. So one more time, I'll go a little bit slower. A place I always stay far, far away from is the casino, which opened near my home just last year. It is a beautifully decorated building and full of gaming machines like poker and roulette tables, as well as dozens of loud slot machines. There's a ton of shiny chrome plating all over the building, both inside and out. Okay, fantastic. Don't say any more about the appearance. That's enough. We're not just talking about what it looks like. Okay, so here we're going back. Now we've talked about the appearance. We've talked about the location. So now we want to talk about who goes there. Okay, so who goes there? Here's the notes. Okay, I'll go back to the notes. There we go. So here are the notes. Locals, foreigners, gambles, wealthy people, gangsters, drunks. Put it together. Give me some nice sentences, students, that describe who goes to the casino. Okay, Begzod, that's some really nice quantitative language, and I really appreciate you always reminding students, and even me at times, the importance of that quantitative language. So Begzod says the casino takes up about 200 square meters of beautifully decorated space with flashing lights on its exterior. In addition, there are many gambling machines, close to 20 poker tables. Very good, Begzod. I'm really enjoying your reminder of using quantitative language in our part 2 speaking. That means numbers, right? Numbers. Anil, businessman is fine. Give me the full sentence. So Anil says, mostly businessmen frequent this casino. Amrit says, the people who do not value their money and time are the ones who most often visit the casino. It's possible. Hi, Roshni. Good to see you in this class also. Preeti says, my uncle every Sunday goes to the casino and wins a bit of money. Okay, Preeti, that's not bad. You can say that. Just include more. People from foreign countries. Yeah. Okay. So tourists like to go to the casino. That's good as well. All right. I'll start taking some of these answers. Now, notice how a lot of you are giving different people. So you're saying different types of people. So you can start with, there are a variety of people. So there are a variety of people from various walks of life who visit this casino. This kind of sentence, if you can produce it, and why shouldn't you be able to, because I'm teaching you right now, will help you to increase your band score. So there are a variety of people from various walks of life. Various walks of life is an expression which means from different backgrounds. So businessmen, gangsters, fighters, cocktail waitresses. So it includes that concept of different types of people. Okay. The other positive about this sentence, and you should do this in your part 2 speaking, is use adjective clauses. Who visit the casino? So one more time. There are a variety of people from various walks of life who visit this casino. Make sure that you're specific with that, okay? Including businessmen, tourists, those addicted to gambling, as well as performers and entertainers. Let's not repeat that. As well as performers who put on shows. Okay, sure. So there are a variety of people from various walks of life who visit this casino, including businessmen, tourists, those addicted to gambling, as well as performers who put on shows. Sure, fantastic. What should I do now? So I'm rolling along quite well here. I'm focused. I'm probably about good 40, 50 seconds into my speaking. What should I do at this point? So remember, this is the IELTS exam. Don't get too excited, students. We're not just talking about casinos and avoiding them. What do I do? Okay. Bagzad says, think of function. Roshni says, look at the cue card. Pachu says, sir, please look at the cue card. Yeah, see the cue card. Absolutely. Don't forget, students, please, please don't forget to look at your notes, look at the cue card while you are speaking so that you make sure you answer the questions on the card and you stay on topic. Okay? It's so important. Yvonne says right away, I think you're going to realize, this is Yvonne's opinion, and you're right, Yvonne, our member, Nazarenko, that you need to explain why you avoid it. Okay? So, yeah, the cue card, here it is. Oh, where is it? Where's my card? It's at the bottom. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, so it's at the bottom. Here it is. So talk about a place you avoid going to. You should say, okay, and the card says you should say, but it actually means you must say, okay? Where is this place? Okay, we kind of talked about that. It's near my home. What happens there? So we haven't really talked too much about that, okay? Who goes there and why do you avoid going to this place? So we realize now that this question and this question are still quite unanswered. Okay, they're still quite unanswered. So I have to make sure to answer these questions. So Begzod said function, and you're right, Begzod. We haven't talked about function. We haven't talked much about what happens there. So let's make sure we do that. Okay, so write some sentences about what happens at a casino. It's on the card. You have to answer it. So you have to answer the function. So what happens at the casino? Okay, let's continue from here with that one. Shuns, even though you avoid going to a certain place, you can still know a lot about it. Again, your goal here is not to reveal the truth to the IELTS examiners. It's to show your ability to speak fluently, clearly, coherently for those 2 minutes. Okay? So, what happens at the casino? Maisa says, people pay large amounts of money to try their luck and dream of becoming billionaires after going there. Maisa, you have the right idea, but billionaire is a little bit too extreme. In the IELTS, the examiner might think that you don't know the meaning of that. So either say becoming a millionaire or becoming wealthy, okay? Carias Claire, one of our most recent members. Good to see you commenting. Mostly folks go there in order to become millionaires within minutes. Right. So, good. I'll take that. Mostly people who go there spend their hard-earned money to try their luck at becoming millionaires within a short time, like a couple hours. Okay, sure. Preeti says in the casino, people win and lose money. Sometimes they get into a fight if they lose a lot of money. Sure. So at times people will even get into fights if Lady Luck is not on their side. Absolutely. As well, there are free drinks and food, as well as entertainment to keep people spending and having fun. Right? Okay, great. Doing really well so far. Some really good suggestions, viewers. Fantastic. Lady Luck is an abstract idea, Amrit, which is the concept. It's like a mythical creature, the woman of luck, right? So it is a kind of a type of expression, but it's also kind of a concept. It's the concept of luck. Okay? All right. So we're doing really well. Now, of course, we remember that on the card it says, why do we avoid going to this place? So why do we avoid going to this place, students? What's the reason? What would be immediately some good ideas to tell the examiner about why we avoid going to this casino? Keep it simple. You don't have to overcomplicate. You should include this answer within the first 90 seconds, just in case the examiner stops you. Okay? So Surya Baraki says, it's a waste of money and time. Okay? You don't want to be addicted. Alinda says, I don't have money for it. Okay? Begzad said, my grandpa always told me to avoid such places. So, yeah, absolutely. The main reason I never go to this establishment is because I do not want to waste my money, which I work morning to night to earn. Also, I'm not a fan of drunk people or loud sounds and bright lights. Okay, so those are some good ideas. Of course, if you don't remember that, right, you're like, well, Adrian, yeah, but you just came up with that, and how did you? Well, no, we came up with that together, viewers. Remember when we were planning? That's why you want to look at your notes if you don't remember. So on my notes, I have flashing lights, no windows, no natural light. I have gamblers, gangsters, drunks. So that helps me in my notes to come up with the idea of why I don't like to go there. Okay? So now I can finish off what I'm saying. How could I end this? So what can I say now to make it kind of clear for the examiner that I'm finished my answers and I'm done my little speech, and I think I've completed it with good in a good way. I've done a good job. What can I see? What can I say to make the examiner realize this? So Bagzad says, include some kind of a take-home message. Yes, some kind of a message, Bagzad. Absolutely, some clear message that concludes. Okay. Tina, in speech to say something like to sum up, you could. Or you could say to conclude, but you don't have to. You can just give information that's clearly a summary or a conclusion. Yeah, that's right, Kamlesh. So for all of these reasons would be a good way. And then what can I write after that? So for all of these reasons, for this specific cue card. Hi, Eugene. Thank you for the emojis. Always appreciated. All right, what can I say? I don't know about giving advice, Kyber. The card's not really asking for that, so I don't think I would do that. I want to stay on topic. Saying that's it is definitely one way to conclude, but it's not an effective way, okay? When you're concluding, so this is my final tip for today. Tip. So to clearly conclude your speech for the examiner, reflect the main question of the card. Okay, so here the card says, talk about a place you avoid going to. So finish on that. Start with that, finish on that. Okay, that's a very, very good strategy for coherent communication to help your band score. So start with this, finish with this. Okay, I'll give you an example here. For all these reasons, I really cannot see myself going to this casino anytime soon, even though it is just around the corner from my flat. Okay, so I'm paraphrasing. All right, I'm paraphrasing, and I'm going back to the original topic question controlling idea. Okay, so here is the full response, and let's now read it, say it together, nice and loud, and you will see how it creates a complete, cohesive Band 9 response to this task 2 or part 2 cue card. Okay, and we answer all of the questions. So stay with me, students. Here we go. Okay, nice and loud, students. Repeat with me. A place I always stay far, far away from is the casino, which opened near my home just last year. It's a beautifully decorated building and full of gaming machines like poker and roulette tables, as well as dozens of loud slot machines. There's this ton of shiny chrome plating all over the building, both inside and out. There are a variety of people from various walks of life who visit this casino, like businessmen, tourists, those who are addicted to gambling, as well as performers like singers and comedians who put on shows for the guests. Mostly, people go there to spend their hard-earned money to try their luck at becoming millionaires within like a really short amount of time, just like 1 or 2 or a couple of hours. At times, people will even get into fights. I hear them outside of my home because, as I mentioned, the casino's so close. That's because Lady Luck is not on their side. As well, there are free drinks and food, as I heard from one of my friends, and great entertainment to keep people spending and having fun. The main reason I never go to this establishment is because I do not want to waste my money, which I work morning to night to earn. Also, I'm not a fan of drunk people and loud sounds and bright lights. For all these reasons, I really cannot see myself going to this place anytime soon, even though it's just around the corner from my place. Okay. All right, so notice how I threw in a couple of little pieces to make it more natural, more fluid. That will be a Band 9 response. Now, it is recorded in the video. You can watch this live class again. It will be available on our channel in the next hour. So you can go back, learn the words that were new, practice saying these sentences, these expressions. Remember, practice makes perfect. Having good planning for part 2 is really important. Part 2 is not natural. We don't practice 2-minute little speeches daily, so make sure to practice this at home before you sit your next exam. You're very welcome, Maisa. Love all of you too. You're very welcome, Begzod. You're very welcome, Stanley. Thank you for the feedback, Begzod. That's it for me for today. Again, if you have questions about the exam, you can contact me or our products. My email, adrian@aehelp.com, or websites for general version of the test to get ready. Click that red button at gieltshelp.com. For academic, go to this website here with the blue background, aehelp.com. Click that red button to join. Get all of our videos pre-recorded, high definition, of course, not like the live class. We do have our live class archives on our websites as well. Lots of materials there for you to help pass the exam. Spend a couple dollars to save a ton of money and stress, not doing the exam 4 or 5 times. Have a great rest of your day. Fantastic participation, students. I loved the ton of comments in the chat. A lot of clever ideas, so keep it up. Okay, you're all brilliant, beautiful people. Have a great rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Same channel, same time. Bye for now.